Hiya, babes, and welcome back to another episode of Thanks for Stopping By. So, today, this is hard, man. Doing this podcast is getting a little difficult. Not in the sense of oh, it's hard to muster up the energy to do the podcast. I love doing the podcast. But the problem I'm having is I'm running out of shit to talk about, you know? I think I've said this for the past fucking 6 episodes. But nothing's happening, dude. You know? Nothing's even happening a little bit. And now, not only are we still in a pandemic, but fucking there's the fires too. So now you can't even enjoy a walk outside because it's all gross and smoky. And you can't fucking breathe. So it's literally everyone just stay home, you know? And it's even more this is going to sound like such a I'm not fuck. Let me try and think of how to say this. I'm not being oh, working sucks. But it, work makes life more mundane for sure. Unless you have a job you really love. And I do to a degree. But I think the hard part is that because of the pandemic, I'm not getting to do the job I was hired for, essentially. Because for those of you who don't know, I work with kids with disabilities, both mental and physical. And I'm usually a one-to-one type of person. I work with one person in a classroom setting. But because of virtual learning, I can't do that right now. Because what am I going to do? We just everyone around the world not around the world, not around even the country, but a lot of schools, I will say, are doing virtual learning, and it's hard, man. It's really hard, just being a part of a, because obviously things have changed. We have all seen that. But I think working for the school and seeing how clueless everyone is right now is really scary. Just the people who are supposed to be able to tell you what to do have no idea what the fuck is going on, because the people that tell them what to do have no idea what the fuck is going on, and so on and so forth. No one knows how to do this shit, and it's really hard to watch, because it's you're just watching so many people just be stressed and frustrated and confused by what's going on. And I'm glad the schools aren't open. Don't get me wrong. I am not in any fucking stretch of the imagination saying yeah, we should just go back to school. No, not even fucking a little bit. It's just hard being in a situation where because I don't have the answer. I can't sit here and tell you what will work better, than what we're doing right now, because we've never dealt with anything like this. So, it's just really weird. And it also is frustrating that there are tons of other places that are just way better than where we are, as far as dealing with the pandemic. Places that are just yeah, we're reopening shit because everyone did what they were supposed to, so they are on their way to returning to normalcy. Whereas you here in the States, we love going backwards. We're like, no, 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 watch this. We're gonna make it worse. You ready? We're gonna get mad because we're gonna get mad at other people because there's a virus, and we're gonna get mad at them for taking that serious. You know, like fuck those people. Hey, there's a there's a pandemic and there's proof that doing the safety requirements for it have actually benefited other places, and places are allowed to do what they want to do now. Fuck you. You know, it's so insane to me. Like, and a lot of states I think have a mask mandate now. I know California does. But there are still stores where people don't wear them and like no one fucking says anything. And it's crazy to me. Like most like big stores, like grocery stores are like, you can't come in without one. But like sometimes like I'll pop into like a 7-Eleven or something to like grab a Rockstar or a Bang or something, like an energy drink, and there are fucking tons of people in there just not wearing them, and no one cares. You know, it's nuts. Um, Even my job, like I'm lucky enough to get to work remotely, but some people aren't. Like there are still employees at schools right now. Like that fucking What? You know? That's insane to me. You can't fucking do that. No way, no how. That's bonkers, nut muffins. You can't do that. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't mean to like harp on it. I'm sure we've all heard quite enough. um, Other than that, really, man, it's just doing work, getting adjusted to that. Trying to work on videos. I do have one that is about to go into the filming process. It's that I think is quite fun. Um, so I know I have to say this all the time, but I am working on videos. Um, and this one's pretty fun. I like it. I think it'll turn out pretty good. I finished Hollow Knight. Well, kind of. I think I talked about this on the podcast before. I started playing a game called Hollow Knight. And I legitimately thought, like, oh, it's going to be, 10, 15-hour game like Shovel Knight, Because Shovel Knight's one of my favorite games of all time. I think that is one of the few examples of, like, a perfect game. Because it knows exactly what it is, and it does exactly what it is insanely well. The music's phenomenal, the sprite work's phenomenal, the game is fun. So I was thinking Hollow Knight could be like that, right? Like a very level to level linear, 10-hour side-scrolling, pretty looking game. And boy, was I fucking wrong, huh? I'll try not to. I'm not gonna spoil any story stuff for Hollow Knight. But I'm just gonna give like a general synopsis of the game, but I won't give away like any spoiler stuff because I definitely think you should go play it. But if you don't want to know anything about it, then probably skip this episode until you do. But like I'm not really gonna talk about any major spoilers or anything. But yeah, you're basically this little dude, and he just shows up to this town and finds out it's all like spooky now, and there's monsters, and you gotta figure out what happened, and like, through adventure, it like there is dialogue, like there's like text dialogue, and you're given a lot of info, but also just like you learn the story of this world through exploring. I think that's my favorite thing about Hollow Knight is how much it rewards you for exploring. There is so many times where I just kept fucking around in areas I felt like I wasn't supposed to be and got like rewarded immensely. And it's like there's not a better feeling in a game than like fucking around, just exploring, and then you find something that goes like, oh shit, now I can do this other thing that I remember. And that's all Hollow Knight is a bunch of that shit. Just like, oh fuck, there's like 10 other areas with this thing that this power gave me the ability to do. And then you go there and open it up and there's all kinds of shit and it's fucking buck wild, dude. It's nuts. The game is gorgeous. The music's great. The characters are so cute. I actually planned a Hollow Knight tattoo that I want to get that I think is really cute. And supposedly there's a sequel coming maybe soon or maybe not. Where you'll play as another character from the Hollow Knight game. But yeah, dude, I fucking love Hollow Knight. I beat it on accident, though. I walked into an area and beat the game on accident. But I went, it like, you know, when you finish the story, you can like go back to your most recent save and keep exploring. So I'm trying to platinum it. But it's hard, dude. It's fucking hard as shit. But yeah, that's really the game that I've been devoting most of my time to. Couple of other things in media. Oh yeah, that's what. So I could talk about this too, because this was weird. So we got some trailers recently, for some things. DC just like. DC in the last week was just like, here's all of the best shit, you know? Oh shit. Fuck, sorry. Hold on. Yeah, DC was just like, so the first thing is we got the Batman trailer. The new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, which, God, remember when when that got announced? They announced, like, yeah, Robert Pattinson's gonna be Batman. And there was already a lot of people who were like, I don't know about that. Because the other thing I know him from is Twilight. But when the announcement first happened, I was one of the people who was like, well, I judged Ben Affleck really, really hard when that announcement happened, like back when I was in like high school. And when the movie came out, he was like the only good thing about it. You know? Ben Affleck was like his Batman was like the only good thing about Batman v Superman. So I was like, I'm not going to judge Robert Pattinson before I even see anything. I'm just going to let the movie happen. And then his statement came out where it was like, he was like, I'm not going to work out a bunch. Like, I'm not going to get super unrealistic Shred City. And everyone was like so mad. They were like, not my Batman. And I was like, who gives a fuck, dude? First of all, he never said he was just gonna be like. He never said he wasn't gonna put work into the role. He just said he didn't want to like get on the fucking juice and like get unrealistically big. Which, for all we know, first of all, that could be a thing within the movie. Like, that could be a character choice. Like, oh, this Batman is just like a normal dude. He's not like a big jack man. He doesn't look like a fucking Gears of War character. But also, like, so who cares? Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if you want your Batman to be super jacked, like, that's fair. That's fine. But, like, then just don't see it. There's 10 other Batman things, you know? Like, you don't have to look at them even. So I was like, whatever. Like, I'm not, who gives a shit, right? It's not that fucking serious. But then the teaser trailer came out. And all I remember was seeing the cowl. And I was like, I don't like the way that looks. Like the rest of the suit, from what you could see, which was not a lot, looked fine. I liked the chest piece. I liked the theory about it, like, being the gun that killed his parents, which, like, why would you have that? But that's fine. But I remember seeing the cowl, the helmet, and being like, I'm not a fan of that, but that's fine. You know, like, it's a design choice they went with, and I don't, you don't have to love it. I was like, I wasn't like, this is gonna be the worst movie now. I was just like, nah, I'm not really a fan of the way that looks, but that's fine. And then they dropped the trailer like a week ago, I think. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it at first glance. And granted, I like watched it like in bed at like 11 p.m. Like when I was like getting ready for, like, I was like laying down to go to bed, just scrolling on my phone, and that's when I saw it. But I watched it and I was like, I'm not like excited for this. You know? Like, I was like, I'm not really feeling that all that much. But after watching it a couple more times and like watching some people talk about it and like actually kind of studying it, I won't say I'm like, like foaming at the mouth for this movie. But I'm not like unexcited for it. It just kind of exists in my mind. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing because, like, it's Batman. I feel like I should be like, yeah, fucking Bat. But I'm just like, kind of like, oh, okay. Like, I'll watch it. But I'm not like if they didn't announce it, I'd be like, oh, okay. You know? Like, if they were like, it's delayed till like 10 years, I'd be like, oh, oops. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, dude. I'm just like not super crazy about seeing it. I don't know. But from what I can tell, looks cool. I will say, when the date came up and the twos in 2021 were question marks, I was like, holy fuck, are they doing the Riddler? Hell yeah. So they got my attention with that. Because the last Riddler we got in a movie was fucking Jim Carrey. So, and everyone in those Batman movies are just the Joker. So, are we gonna get like a Riddler thing? Because that'd be super cool. That'd be sick. I'd be cool with that. But two other DC things that I found out about yesterday. I think I'm a little late on it maybe, but they put out a teaser cast list type of thing for the Suicide Squad. For the Suicide Squad, like, reboot thing, which I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure they're just acknowledged, like, they're just being like, yeah, the fucking other one just like doesn't exist. Like, that's not canon. Like, don't look at that one. But this one, what the fuck, man? This looks fucking wild, let me tell you. So, if you haven't seen it, it's a very short promo, but it's basically just like a cast list of all who's in it and who they're playing. And there's like fucking 30 characters, dude. Like, I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know fucking jack shit about Suicide Squad. Okay? Never read the comics. I never did any of it. Like, I don't know. I've seen the movie, the bad one, and then I've seen the animated one, Assault on Arkham, which is a way better version of the Suicide Squad movie. But dude, I'm so on board. This movie looks so fucking goofy. And here's the thing, right? Suicide Squad, the first one, tried to be like edgy. You know? It tried to be like, oh, like really gritty and edgy, but also like fun and kooky. And it was just cringy. Like every time the movie's not just horribly stupid, it's really cringy. And you feel like they're trying super hard to make it like cool with their like fucking nightclub going tattoo having Joker and Harley Quinn and like, you know, fucking all their other, like, I don't even know, like like even with their like introductions, there's like these big bright words, even though the color palette fucking sucks for that movie. It's all over the place. The music is just like somebody's like fucking Spotify playlist on shuffle. Like it's just a bunch of, they tried to do what Guardians of the Galaxy did, but they did it bad. So this movie though, I think benefits from existing in a world where Birds of Prey exists, which by the way, if you haven't seen Birds of Prey, fucking watch it. That movie's rad. That movie fucking rules. Birds of Prey is the Harley Quinn movie that I guess I didn't know Birds of Prey was a group in the comics. Cause like I said, I don't know shit about anything. So I just thought that's what they were calling a Harley Quinn movie, but it was like an origin for a team movie. And that movie fucking rules. And the only thing that sucks about it is it's not like 4 hours long. We don't get more character scenes for every character. But so yeah, I think Birds of Prey made the movie, and it let Margot Robbie beat Harley Quinn the right way, which is like okay, for they like, yes, Harley Quinn has some sex appeal, sure, that's fine, but like that's not the focus of her. You know, like sure she's a pretty person, but that's like what she was in Suicide Squad, and it sucks because it's like, it's just so sad that like someone like Margot Robbie was so perfectly casted, and you can tell like watching Birds of Prey and even Suicide Squad for them, like she is trying so hard to have fun with the character in Suicide Squad, and she does such a good job. But to think that the entire time she was so uncomfortable because of like what they made her wear, and like just, you know, it just sucks. It's like sad because it's like then you watch Birds of Prey and she's just a character, and it's like they're exploring the kid, because they could have easily too like just made an origin movie, and honestly, unlike a lot of people, I think that would have been less interesting because it's a cool backstory, but like I want to watch Margot Robbie run around and do fucking Harley Quinn shit. I want to watch her run around and do crimes and be a fucking dork. I don't want to like watch a serious like, I don't want to watch Joker with Margot Robbie. You know what I mean? Like I want to watch her like have fun and like run around and blow shit up and like fucking walk into a police station and shoot a bunch of cops with like confetti bombs or what, or like smoke, you know, like colorful smoke bombs. Like, that movie fucking rules, dude. That movie's great. And she got to have fun. but it's also like just filmed and shot and written how Suicide Squad should have been. It's very fun and goofy, and it is very like colorful and silly and wild and like crazy, but it's not trying so hard to be. It just is that. Suicide Squad's trying really hard to be everything it is, and so it feels very forced. Whereas like Birds of Prey just like is like, yeah, we're just gonna write like a fun movie with like these really cool characters and like make you get invested in them. And so even just seeing the teaser trailer, like the way it's edited and the way it's styled and the music and seeing all the characters, like that's what it feels like this is going to be, is what the first movie should have been. Margot Robbie's back as Harley Quinn, great. Jai Courtney's back as Captain Boomerang, which is like, I'm glad for him because Jai Courtney's known as being like a really bad actor, but he kills as Captain Boomerang. He's great as Captain Boomerang, so I'm glad like he's getting to be that for a while. Viola Davis back as Amanda Waller. Again, perfect casting. I feel so bad that they wrote Amanda Waller so shitty in the last movie because Viola Davis as Amanda Waller is fucking incredible, and that's a crime that she, like, even with how amazing and talented of an actor she is, they couldn't pull it off because the fucking writing is so bad for that movie. Fuck, I can't remember the guy's name, but Jack Flag is back, the same guy. Michael Rooker is in the movie as some dude. You have to watch it. There's so many characters I've never heard of, so I'm not gonna remember all their like character names, but just let me tell you some of the actors that are in it. Michael Rooker's in it. Fucking Nathan Fillion is in it. John Cena is in the movie. It's fucking crazy. There's so many characters that like I'm sure some people do know and love. But there's a bunch I've never even heard of, and they look so there's one that's just called Weasel. And he's just a big weasel. Like, that's great. I love that. He's just a big fucking weasel man. That's yes. Yes, Weasel Man. Thank you. You give me any movie with Jonathan Cena and a big weasel man, and I will pay money to watch it. And that's a fact. I will say, here is my money. I will take 2, please. I will take 2 of a Jonathan Cena and a weasel man. Idris Elba is in it. And anything, same thing. If anything Idris Elba is in, I'll watch. Even Cats, probably. I haven't seen Cats yet, but I'll get to that one. Don't worry. So yeah, I don't know what the movie's about, but it comes out next year, and boy, am I fucking super fucking excited to watch it. But also, I didn't see Gotham Knights. I'm going to tell you right now. I haven't seen the trailer to Gotham Knights, so I don't know what it is. So, I don't expect that. I only have one more thing to talk about with DC. I'm sorry. But, so, you may have gleaned from that the other thing that I saw, and dude, okay, I gotta say, real hyped for I'm pretty hyped for the Batman. I'm real hyped for Suicide Squad. Yo, real shit. I didn't know this was a thing that was happening, but when I saw it, I went fucking bonkers. So the people at Rocksteady, and for the uninitiated, that Rocksteady is the team behind the Arkham games. So, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. I think Rocksteady Canada did Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight. So all the Arkham games, the fucking like some of the greatest superhero games ever. Like the Arkham games are fucking great. I don't care what anyone says. They rule. Yes, they have problems. It's fine. They're great. Love them. So the team at Rocksteady has announced and dropped the trailer for a fucking Suicide Squad game called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And go watch the trailer first of all. If I'm gonna give you like go pause this right now and go watch the trailer and come back. And if you've already seen it, just play along with me in this bit. So, the trailer opens up with Harley Quinn, Tara Strong, already. Like, fuck yeah. I was talking to Sarah about this. There are 3. I mean, there's a ton of iterations, but like right now, actively, there are 3 incredible iterations of Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie is our live action Harley Quinn. Fucking, what's the girl's name? Shit. Hold on, I have to look this up. I never remember her name. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second here, folks. I will hunt down this information because I am the knight. Oh, that's funny. You go to IMDb and the Batman trailer comes up. Harley Quinn. I want the fucking Harley Quinn. Some of you are so mad because you know already. There's definitely someone sitting at home fucking super pissed off because I'm taking... the internet in my house sucks too. Somebody's so mad because they know already. Hold on. I'm getting there. Give me a second. Son of a bitch. I might cut all this or I might leave it in. Just depends on what kind of editing mood I'm in. Because if I think it's funnier. Kaylee Kuko. God damn it. Kaylee Kuko, who is the girl from fucking Big Bang Theory. The neighbor. Penny. Right? That's her name? Yeah. She's the Harley Quinn from the Harley Quinn show, which if you haven't seen the Harley Quinn show, also go watch. That show is very funny and it's very incredible. I need to watch his and Chew too. Blech. Yeah. And then Tara Strong is our video game Harley Quinn. And pretty sure she was the original. Was she the original voice on the animated series? I'm sorry, guys. Batman, the animated. I don't want to be wrong, and then people get fucking mad at me. Nope, it for sure wasn't her. That's fine. She was Harley Quinn in something animated, I'm sure. But she's the animated voice in all the Arkham games. And she is back. She is back as Harley Quinn for Suicide Squad. And so it opens up with her, and then it shows it's her, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and King Shark. And they all look great. And they're fucking around in Metropolis because there's like aliens in the city. And then fucking Superman shows up. And you find out that they were hired to assassinate him because they're trying to kill the Justice League. And I'm pretty sure Superman is John Cena. Because it looks like John Cena, but also John Cena just always looks like Superman. But nonetheless, I'm fucking so hype for this, you guys. You have no idea. I'm so fucking hype. Oh my god. No, but for real, I'm super excited. It looks really cool. I always wondered what Rocksteady's next superhero game was going to be because, like, obviously this is not by Rocksteady, it's by Insomniac, but we got the next, like, big superhero AAA title we got was Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a fucking incredible game. I love that game. And the next one slated is the Marvel Avengers game, and dude, I'm not hyped for that game. I'm going to be real. And I think it's because here's the way I've explained it to everyone. It's like, okay, we get a a Batman game. He's one character. We've had like a bunch of iterations of Batman already. And it's Kevin Conroy doing the voice. It's Kevin Conroy doing the voice, right? So like, even though it may be a different universe of this Batman, it's Kevin Conroy. It's someone we're familiar with. Very, very familiar with. He's been Batman for like fucking a million years. Same thing, Joker, Mark Hamill, like very familiar. We get Spider-Man game, right? Yuri Lowenthal, okay, it's a very different actor, but we've had like fucking 5 Spider-Mans. We've had so many iterations of Spider-Man that it doesn't matter. Like it's normal for us to get different iterations of Spider-Man all the time. There's like 20 fucking animated series of Spider-Man things, and there's 3 different film Spider-Men, whatever. And then with something like Into the Spider-Verse coming out, where the literal premise of the movie is that there's a million different kinds of spider characters, having a different person play Spider-Man isn't anything. Like, it's just like, yeah, cool, And I think it's the same thing with Suicide Squad. Like, Tara Strong, we've heard her in all the Arkham games, so we're familiar with that Harley Quinn, but the other characters, it's not Will Smith and Jai Courtney, and King Shark isn't in the fucking Suicide Squad movie, the first one. But we don't have a consistent iteration of these characters, so it's just like, okay, this is the game versions. It's its own thing. But with the Avengers, for like a decade now, it's been the same people. The same core, like 6 or 7 from the first Avengers movie. It's been fucking, Robert Downey Jr. It's been Chris Evans. It's been fucking ScarJo. It's been, the same, I'm not going to list all of them. It's been the same fucking, like, 6 or 7 people. And as the movies have progressed, those same ones have still been there. So in our minds, like, those are the characters, right? And when we hear that an Avengers game is coming out, and we see the trailer and none of them look anything like their movie counterparts, it's like, oh, well, who the fuck are these people? Like, it feels very off-brand because we've only had one film iteration of, and I'm sure someone's going to pull out some fucking random 70s Avengers straight to TV movie that they saw one time. No, I mean, in pop culture today, we have one Avengers, right? And it's been the same group of people for fucking years. And now we're getting this Avengers thing, and it's like, who the fuck are these people? So it's like, it's hard to like be interested because it just feels, and this is all my preference. I'm sure there's people who super hype for the game, but honestly, I haven't heard anyone talk about this. Like, at all, dude. Like, no one's talked about this besides like IGN, who it's their fucking job to say everything that comes out is the golden fucking cock. Like, anything, any game that comes out, IGN is like, it makes you feel like this video game. So I'm sure that their review's gonna say, it makes you feel like you're the Avengers, but it doesn't. You know why? Because when I'm flying around as Iron Man, I don't feel like Robert Downey Jr. When I'm fucking flinging arrows at people at fucking high speed, I don't feel like Jeremy Renner, okay? I don't feel like the creator of one of the world's most popular social media apps, the Jeremy Renner app. I can't wait for no one to understand that joke, but that's fine. Jeremy Renner had an app where it was just pictures of him. Anyway, that's fine. Whoa. But yeah, I'm just not that excited for it, I guess that's really it. Like, there's not much more to it. I'm just kind of like, oh, that's all right, But hey, man, if you're excited for the Avengers game, fucking rock on, pal. I'm super happy for you. I wish I could be, but I can't. I can't do it. Can't bring myself to do it, But that's fine. But with that being said, I think it's about time to wrap this one up. Thank y'all so much for joining me here today on my podcast, on the pod. There's more. I promise there's more videos coming out. Dude, I swear. I cross my heart. There are things being made. And I'm doing the podcast every week. I promise, even though the first week I said that I missed an upload. But you know what? We're all getting adjusted to life right now. But you know what? Every Sunday at 11, new episodes of the podcast right here on SoundCloud. And hopefully other platforms eventually, but your girl be poor right now, so I can't pay to put them on all the other bullshit, because that's the world we live in, is I have to pay to make a thing. But yeah, so thank y'all for joining me here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and most importantly, thanks for stopping by.